The American people may have deemed Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump the most unpopular presidential candidates ever, but they're the only candidates we'll see on stage at the first debate. But what about him or her, you ask? Well, the Commission on Presidential Debates, a private corporation that calls the shots, says they aren't allowed. And if that sounds pretty shady to you, it's because it is. Leading up to the first debate, Libertarian candidate Gary Johnson's polling average has been about 9%. Green Party candidate Jill Stein, about 3%. For a third-party candidate to be invited to the debates, though, they have to be hitting 15% in the polls, according to the Commission's rules. But considering the fact that third-party candidates already face an uphill climb with lack of media coverage and less fundraising power, that 15% requirement is pretty unreasonable. In fact, it's locked out third-party candidates for more than 20 years. The last candidate to join the major parties on stage was Ross Perot in 1992. And it made a difference. Perot ended up with 19% of the vote in the general election. But excluding other candidates isn't what the American public wants. 76% think that a third-party candidate should be included if they're certified by a majority of state ballots. So what's the deal with this commission that holds the keys to the debates? Well, the group claims it's nonpartisan, but its board is made up of GOP and Democratic insiders, as well as bankers and university presidents, mostly folks who have a vested interest in keeping the two-party system as deeply entrenched as it is. It wasn't always this way. The League of Women Voters, a group whose goal is to expand political participation for all Americans, used to control the debate process. They were all sorts of badass and made sure that candidates and parties weren't controlling the process. In 1980, President Jimmy Carter refused to attend the debates because independent candidate John Anderson was allowed on stage. But the League insisted on the debate anyway, and even threatened to set out an empty chair to make sure the public knew that Carter was refusing to participate. Carter didn't go. He lost that year. A few elections later in 1988, the Democratic and Republican parties secretly met and presented the League a memo detailing who they thought should be allowed to attend the debate and even tried to ban follow-up questions. The League of Women Voters thought that was super sketch, so here's what they did.
We have no intention of becoming an accessory to the hoodwinking of the American public. Under these circumstances, the League is withdrawing its sponsorship.
And so, the Commission on Presidential Debates was born, and the Democratic and Republican parties got what they wanted. That brings us to today, where only the powerful and wealthy two parties get a chance to debate in front of a national captive audience.
It is a rigged game.
He may not know what Aleppo is, but the man's got a point.